First, I'm going to start by prepping my eye with a bit of Clown White. This is by Ben Nye. It is a white cream cake type of makeup. I'm just going to use my hand. It's pretty thick. So I have stuff on already, but I'm just going to go over it because I don't want to waste my time removing and then redoing everything. So I'm just going to do it like that. And then if this is yours, you can go ahead and dip. But if you are going to use this on somebody else, make sure you remove product and then use from that scoop out. Or when you're done, wipe this so you're not infecting that whole, contaminating the whole pot. Okay. I'm using my finger to do this because I like to warm up the product a little bit since it is pretty thick. See, that looks nasty already. It's kind of dirty from my eyeshadow. Okay. Use my, where'd it go? Just you want to use my little mirror that I picked up. There you go. Okay, so I have, oh, this light sucks. It's too fluorescent, but whatever. Well, anyways, so I have the white. Just wipe that off a bit. I'm going to take my eyeshadow palette. This is just something I made. But I'm going to use a very matte yellow. This is Chrome Yellow by MAC. You can use whatever you want, whatever brand you want. So I'm using a flat paddle brush. This is a 239. You can use anything you want. I'm just kind of pressing that onto the inner part of my lid, that inner area. I'm using a white base because I want the yellow to pop or be as intense as possible. You could use a skin color eye primer if you want, or even concealer, I guess. It just depends if you like the look of it. Sometimes concealer can look a bit muddy if you use it as a base. Depends what you use. Just trial and error, see what works for you. I'm just packing that on like that. Okay. And I'm going to take this blending brush. It's a 217 tapered blending brush by MAC. Nothing on it. Well, it's a little dirty. I'm just kind of blending out the edge of where the yellow is. I don't want to go over the yellow because that'll erase the intensity. So I'm just going over the edge. Okay. Now, what am I going to do? I'll take another paddle brush. This is a 242 by MAC. It's dirty, but it's like a flatter paddle brush. And let's see, what colors do I want to use? I think I'm going to take this color. This one is Atlantic Blue by MAC. It's matte. Matte, like not shiny. And I'm just going to do the other half of the eye with it. Some people find that matte eyeshadows tend to look really chalky or they don't blend as easily. So just be wary of that. I don't know if that is true for other brands or whatever, but seems to be okay for me. So right now I'm not so much worried about blending that out. I'm just kind of pressing all the color on at this point. And I'm really just following the shape of my eye, so I'm pushing the brush, it's going around the contour of my eyeball under that socket bone area. Okay, and then now, let me just take the brush and kind of, I'm blending between the yellow and blue line just to feather it out a little bit. If you want more of an intense color contrast, because yellow and blue, you've got warm and cool, you can keep it unblended. Okay, so I'm gonna do that like that. And then, let's see, take this brush again, blend out the edge, and again, if you prefer it more intense for a really strong editorial look, you can keep everything unblended. Alright, let's go back in with this guy. I think I want to use a blue eyeliner. Maybe green, blue. No, I'm going to use this one. This is Undercurrent. It's by Undercurrent by MAC. It's a Pearlglide. I think this is seasonal. So just give it a little bit of that sharpening. I think I just want to intensify the corner, so I'm going to use this as a base to draw that little V. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm just taking, let me show you the color. Ah, you can't see it. Okay, just gonna make a really anyways, so I'm just drawing a V like that in this kind of teal color, and then I'm lightly fading the line. For my eye shape, I'm stopping maybe about a third of the way in, stopping right around the edge of where, what is that, around where the iris kind of meets. I don't know, there, I don't know, like if I look straight, I think right around there. Anyways, eyeball it, guesstimate. So let's do the other side. Okay, and I'm checking the angle, so this, that. Okay. Everybody's eye shape is different, so maybe one eye might be at a different axis. That's okay. Just kind of do your best. And no one's face is exactly 100% symmetrical. Okay. So I'm just tilting my chin up like that and looking down into my mirrors, and I'm just making sure that they're pretty close. No, they're not going to be exactly close, and I don't really care if they're a little bit off. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to hang on to this. I might use it again. Let's take a smudgy brush. This is a domed pencil brush. This is 219 by MAC. Again, you can use whatever you want. You can even use like the edge of one of these paddle brushes if you don't have one of these, but I like using this. So I'm just gonna smudge out and soften up the line that I just drew. Let's see the color. What if I switch this to fluorescent? I mean incandescent. Is that better? I think that's a little more true. Okay. Okay. Let's see that. I'll just back up. So basically I'm just kind of blending out the colors. Okay, now what do I want to use? I think I might want to mix. This one is Deep Truth, I think. Yeah, Deep Truth. This is a MAC palette, so Deep Truth and Steamy to get kind of that peacocky color. Deep Truth and Steamy, that's what I'm mixing. And I'm just going to push that over what I just did. And I'm lightly extending even more. Okay, let's go ahead and do the other side. Some more Deep Truth, Steamy, pressing it over the eyeliner that I'm using as a base and extending. Okay, so to make sure this angle is the same as this angle, just kind of use your nose as a reference point and do like that. Okay. What is that called? I should know this term. Not scaling. Is it scaling? I don't know, but you know when you do that thumb thing when you're sighting, when you're sighting, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just checking, you know, the angle and whatever's. Again, I'm lightly extending that V outwards. Okay, tilting my chin up like that. I'm checking the shape of that arc to this arc.